Welcome to the Wolfkeeper, a show that's just about everything that you can maybe think about, everything that you can feel that's inside of your heart. What I need for you to do right now is spend the next hour relaxing. Just stop your day before you go into 12 o'clock. And I just want y'all to close your minds, open your hearts, and relax and go on this journey with me. It's a beautiful place that you're about to go, because I want to make you feel, I want to just open you up and think about some things you never really thought about right now. The Wolfkeeper. Come on. Good morning, y'all. Come on. It's the Wolfkeeper show. Get ready. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. It's the Wolfkeeper show. Your boy Toriano Sanzoni. Yeah. Chanelli Nell. My boy Tyrone Scott somewhere rocking the Doogie Dogs. Denzel's in his house. Shacky Shack. And for all the people out there that love us, we love you back. Thank you all. Get ready for an amazing show with the Wolfkeeper. Get ready. Here we go.
Dog industry as far as dogs and technology and how that melts together. Look, even Pet Plate and Farmer's Dog are all really technical companies, but they're food companies, so it's dog food tech.
So tell me, how does Bark Yours work?
So Bark Yours is exactly that. It's for multiple sellers who design. They're able to do is upload their items and promote their products on our site. And so what that does is gives anyone who loves dog products an opportunity to go on and see individual art being created. It's literally anybody. It's people who are so enamored by their dog that they're creating custom pet portraits, they're creating fun t-shirts, they're creating jewelry that looks like your dog, wine stoppers out of clay and molded like your dog. It's pretty much across the board. And then we got into dogs for crafts for dogs, so bandanas and dog collars and things that are homemade, handmade.
So then these are artisans that are coming up with dog products that they're putting them on your site.
Exactly. It's the belief is about the marketplace, similar to an Etsy or Amazon or an eBay. And I think that when like-minded people kind of congregate on a website and sell similar type of items, it gives people an opportunity who love those items to keep coming back and looking at them versus individual stores. So that was the impetus for starting barkyours.com.
Wow, I completely
That's super cool because, I mean, I would say, would you go on to say that your vibe is more like specific products that you can't find someplace else? Like, are they?
Perhaps. So there are some exclusive items that are on there, but I mean, for the most part, these are people who might now follow the artists and their work specifically. There's amazing people out, you know, Popsicle who does pop art, located in Jersey, just across the board, great artists that just come up with such amazing artwork that, yeah, I mean, perhaps this would give people more of a following versus anything else. You know, and it's also for the artist that creates more broader products where they don't have to be so dog inspired. They can do other things as well. This might create like a real thing for them. And that was the goal, is to really promote the artists, and hopefully they can get a platform.
So real fast, Rejoice, can you go ahead and put on Facebook Live, just type in the comment section, Corey's website. So then as we're talking, people can go check out the website. So let me ask you this. So is there a specific, is there a specific product that like, you're like, wow, this is super cool. I want this only on my selling site. I don't want it anywhere else. If you have, I mean, no one likes to pick a favorite child. But
I don't want to pick a favorite child, but there are some beautiful items. There is Carryall that does bags. It takes probably fabric that I would throw away. She creates little bags in order to, and she makes them look exactly like dogs' images. And they're so sturdy and so well made. The Captain Wiggles in Texas, bandanas that are gorgeous. She does things for charity, autism, breast cancer, just different kinds of charities. So there are tons on the site that are just so amazing. Jewelry makers, you name it, is there, and it's all dog inspired, and it's cute. I mean, it's a great thing. We're happy with the momentum. People seem to be liking it. People seem to be logging on constantly and looking at new types of items. I'd like more.
How many different artists would you say you have on there?
I'm going to guess somewhere between 30 and 35.
You said 30, 35?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's a boutique website with
yeah.
Like, I love that because it's curated. Because if I go through like Amazon, there's probably like stuff like all over the place. I mean, there is. I can zone out through Chewy all day. So you have specific stuff.
So if you know, again, with believing in the marketplace, if you go on a site like Bark Yours versus an Amazon or an Etsy, the idea is for a seller who creates this artwork and they put it on such a niche site like Bark Yours. If you go on an Etsy, you might be swayed towards someone who makes a gorgeous table to keep their tools in. I mean, it's just such a different eclectic type of mix that's on an Etsy or an Amazon that Bark Yours tends to make a little bit more sense. And the idea is, would this work? Is it okay to take a marketplace apart, dissect it, and then create little niche groups? Is there room in the industry for something like that? And time will tell, but so far so good.
Are you doing perishables?
We would. I haven't reached out to anybody regarding, but there are a lot of dog treat makers that I've spoken to so far.
Okay.
But that's probably the next step is, will dog treats be on there, homemade dog treats. I mean, these are, if you go on the site, you're communicating directly with the seller. So, I mean, you can pretty much ask what like there isn't me involved, for example. Like I'm not in the middle of your conversations.
I'm super excited for you because there's no telling where this is going to go, and I know it's going to be big.
Thank you.
You're from that tech world. I'm thinking of my friend Tanya out in Mankato, Minnesota. She has 5 long dogs, little dots.
Yeah.
And she started making clothing specifically for them and called it Long Dog Apparel. And she ended up quitting her job. That all she does is make dots and clothes specifically.
That's what we're looking for.
And so your website is much needed because now, I mean, there's so much content out there. People are just busy all over the place. The ability to just focus and go to a site, because I would say you maybe have like 3 minutes to 4 minutes to grab someone's attention before they're gone, right? So
yeah, I've noticed. I've learned. This is a definite learning experience, and that much I definitely have learned is that it's a quick grab, and hopefully you can get someone inspired to buy something, or to at least just keep coming back and looking.
So cool products all over the place. Tell people the website again, please.
It's barkyours.com, BARKYOURS, one big word, .com.
And do we see a magnificent picture of you on there? Have you
stuck
any of your products in there? Are you low key in the basement making any products?
I am low key, but there's no picture of me. But I think I wrote something. Maybe there's a letter from me. I'm not sure on the about me page, on the about section. I forgot. I just don't know. It could be.
So you can be honest with us. Are there any incognito sites that really are you because you came up with some fantastic dog product?
No, there's nothing that's special, but there are some T-shirts that were designed.
That you designed?
Yeah, that I'm wearing now.
Oh, that's what's up. Bark out loud. I love that. That's cool. I love that. So, do you have a dog?
Yes, I do. Tibetan Terrier.
That's a cool animal.
15 years old last week. Yeah, and he's great. He's spry. He's happy.
What's his name?
He's 15.
What's his name?
Randall.
I love that. He has a human name.
He has a human name. I tend to go for the human names for dogs.
He has a proper human name, Randall.
It's not even Randy. Like it's not even like a nickname for their full name. It's Randall.
No, I mean that's like there aren't even humans named Randall. That's like a proper human name, Randall. It's a proper name. So you have only one dog. You have multiple dogs.
Yeah. No, one dog.
Did you grow up with dogs?
Yeah, I grew up with one dog.
One dog.
I grew up with one dog. He was a West Highland Terrier.
You have all these fancy dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was the family dog, and his name was Wesley. Another proper human name.
Wesley. That's a proper. Like once again, there aren't humans named Wesley. I mean, you got Wes. I mean, like that's a proper. So. Were you admiring our industry from afar, like watching it explode? Because we're like one of the fastest growing industries in the world. So
I know. I mean, I've been going to dog events for quite some time, and I know there's a couple of artists on the site that I know personally who travel around the country, who go to dog expos and trade shows, and they love it. I mean, the more people you meet within this industry, or the more people like clientele of yours. Everybody's just really enthusiastic, right? They love their dog and they want to know more about it. And there's so much information, and the more we grow, the more people want to explore just, longevity and make clothes and whatever the case is. It's a good industry with great people involved.
Wow. So for me, if I want to have my Wolfkeeper t-shirts on your site, can that happen?
Just go right on the site and list it. It's really easy. Top right is sell on Bark Yours, and it'll walk you right through. There's no listing fee, so there's no reason not to advertise.
I'm responsible for shipping?
You're responsible for shipping. For all fulfillment is all you.
All fulfillment is all me.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So let's talk techie. That's the cool stuff I like too. Outside of dog training, I love tech. So who are you in charge? Are you the project manager? Did you put together all the programmers?
Yeah, so what we did was we had a lot of help with technology. My wife is a product strategist, so she helped a little bit with the flow. I mean, now this is a year and a half ago is when we started. So she helped with the workflow, and it works based upon just we kept on toying with it and experimenting, and eventually it just all kind of came together. It's a seamless transaction. It works pretty well, and it's clean. It's nice. It looks pretty good.
That is cool. I love team efforts like that.
Yeah, it was a big team effort. It wasn't easy to get it customized the way we wanted it. It got really tedious. It's different because we're selling, different people sell at the same time on the site. And so it's individual storefronts, and that was the challenge that we were having.
So are you going to turn it also into an app?
It ultimately, yes. Right now it is mobile ready, but it's not exactly an app, but eventually. That'll be maybe the next iteration or so on.
And that would be super easy for you because you're a headhunter, so you could easily
source the people.
You know those people.
I know those people.
So let's switch gears for a little bit. We're 38 minutes in. We talked about your company, how amazing you are in New York. I think what you're doing is super duper. I know it's super duper amazing because it's the future. As we said, with COVID, it's going to be a premium price to go into a store to touch something, right? It's not going to be economic for a lot of places to even to have a store. I mean, New York, Chicago, I mean, rents $3,000 to $10,000 for retail space. You have the amounts that you have to spend to, make a profit are going to be too astronomical, where everything's going to go online, and you're on the cutting edge, because I feel like it's going to be boutique websites, like just
it's nice to have this amount of home-based business, right? If these people are creating everything from their home and then walking over to United States Postal Service and dropping it off, I think that's like a nice thing. It's a good, what could start off as a side business, but then hopefully would grow for a lot of these people into an amazing brand, which I think hopefully is the goal for all of them, for everybody who creates.
Let's talk tech now. Just straight up, why I want more black people into tech. Like, I want to see more black women in tech. And this conversation came up last night. I was in Austin at South by Southwest in 2018, and a woman said that worked for IBM. She said, people are always saying, how do we get more people of color, specifically black women, involved with tech? And I was like, she said the same thing I said. You just hire them, but there's no training for that. Why is the tech world specifically so dominated offshore first, and then I would say white male second, and then kind of like everything else like floating to the bottom?
Well, I would think that offshore for expense purposes. Also, perhaps what I'm hearing from corporations is that there is not enough people who really have concentrated, who aren't concentrated in technology. So if they're looking for specific skills, they're not finding the people that they're looking for. Whether or not that holds true is a whole different story. I don't hire, I just look. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see more local people, or, on a national level, learning more technology and kind of, getting roles that are there's enough roles within engineering, within development in the United States. I would love to see people hiring a lot more, especially currently.
I mean, because I always say that tech is the last chance for an unfair advantage. So
is it not true though? I mean, you don't need any degree. You just need to do. I mean, it's a complete mind game.
I took one programming class. I consider myself a programmer. I think I know front end. I'm going to rephrase that. I know front end better than some people that understand front end, because it's just design. Like, I think that should be right there, because psychologically people are going to look here versus here. I mean, a lot of it is just psych one-on-one. I think Zoom as well. The front end. I don't like the front end on Zoom. I don't like the front end on Snapchat. I don't like the front end on just different. They're not intuitive. But you can learn. You don't have to be this like math brainiac to get involved in it. And I really wish that we get some more step up across the world of saying like here in Chicago, we have all these abandoned schools. Why not turn them into, why doesn't Facebook or some mega company just say, you know what, forget everything else, let's just teach people the code, period. Yeah.
There are a lot of schools that are doing that, and I completely agree. I tell everybody who is a young person that they should learn at least, they'll probably never build a website, but learn how to do it. Learn certain scripting, learn certain coding languages, learn something, because it's really valuable, and you never know when you want to fall back on being a coder, and it's a great, great career path. Everybody should learn how to do something online.
Corey, would you agree with this statement I'm about to make? If you don't know how to code going into 2025, this is my prediction. If you can't do basic coding in 2025, it'll be equivalent to like not being able to read.
Might be a little harsh, but I'm not ready to disagree with that. I mean, I think you should learn. I mean, I think it's important to really understand coding. I think it's really important to understand the workflow of how applications are created, of at least what goes on inside. At least take an HTML course. I mean, do something to learn how to develop. Because yeah, I agree with you 100%. You really need to know how to do it for your own benefit. I mean, it's just it's a wonderful career path. Two, it's a great thing because everything revolves around technology. Why wouldn't you want to know how an application's developed when you're talking to these people that develop applications?
I mean, because even now your phone talks to your computer. I mean, your phone talks to your refrigerator. Your phone talks to your heating system. Your phone talks you can open your door from your phone. I mean, like, there's all these apps. You know, now there's smart houses and homes are real. You know, this little
Alexa, learn how to connect with Alexa. I mean, how? Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. Smart homes are great, but yeah, most people don't know how to do it yet still. And with that said, it's a great career path for those who want to teach other people how to do it and who will do it for them. But yeah, you should really learn. You should really.
And I think especially in the future, because I mean, here in Chicago, they've already announced virtual education is going to. That's how they're going to start this fall semester.
I heard.
And for my son, his school, his college, Gustavus Adolphus College, Gusties Go. That wasn't really. That was like one of the most Swedish Lutheran schools in the country. In St. Peter, Minnesota. I just give him the black cars. He's go. But they're doing September classroom till Thanksgiving, and then they're going virtual.
Virtual.
So I mean, if you're a parent, especially if you're a parent of a little one, any small human like under, I don't know, 7, and they can't say no, fix this. I mean, because computers aren't always intuitive. Like, I'm all Mac. I can't even. My friend and I make jokes like, your PC, I don't even want to touch it. I don't even want to touch the mouse. I don't want to look at it. You know, I'm not into it. I mean, I'm 100% Mac, right? So, but I mean, if you're a parent, though, the Mac or PC might not be intuitive to you. So you're going to need basic computer. And where I'm going with this is, would you agree with this statement? It will be unacceptable to not have basic tech 101 knowledge.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important. It's great to learn. It's great to learn, and you should absolutely, because eventually it's going to get away from you, and you don't want things to kind of learn something new. And they're not difficult things to learn. Most things today are intuitive. I mean, you look at digital transformation, it kind of speaks for itself, where you can really do things without actually learning how to code, but understand the mentality of what goes into a program.
Corey, I'm never afraid to talk about money. I think money is not the root of all evil, but it's a necessary thing. It comes in handy. What are some people that can get involved with tech? You know, a person, you know, my son, I want him to get involved with tech, graduate college, you know, 21, 22 graduation date. Is it saturated? Can a person make great money, you know, and do an above job living in this world?
Look, if your son is looking for something to major in computer science, I think that it's the best thing going. There are so many amazing opportunities. Every corporation is looking. No matter what anybody says to me, they're all really looking for someone who's a star. You can make a lot of money. You can do pretty well. It's a great career path, and it's one of those that is one. It'll just take you to places that you really never thought you would go, and the future of computers is so outrageous. I mean, artificial intelligence. I mean, these things are just
AI is no joke.
It's interesting stuff, and you can really just expand your skill set.
Machine.
Yeah, that's but you have to start somewhere, and starting with basic coding language is important.
So AI is real for sure. That's, I mean, virtual reality. They thought it was a thing of like the Jetsons, but I mean, I was at a presentation in Austin where they said that the future classroom, and everyone was all weird about it too. Like, the kids won't be able to touch and they need recess, but here we are.
Yeah.
But they showed this presentation that the future of classrooms were going to be kids with these masks on, and they're going to go on trips. They're going to see the teacher in the classroom and interact with virtual reality.
Well, I mean, it's things like whenever I go on Amazon, I buy whatever they recommend. I mean, it's stuff like that, which is just so unbelievable to me, that they know the whole buying background of all of their customers.
For a parent listening right now, or for a young person listening right now, thank you for everyone that's listening to this. Thank you all. Side note, we've been averaging 150 to 200 live viewers per episode, so I guess somebody likes it so far. I'm not totally out of my mind with my concepts. I just go with the flow. I do what my heart feels. But for a parent that's out there listening that can encourage your child, or if a child, I call them child, younger than that could be my child, call them child, young people, what could a young person look at? What kind of salary is starting?
Depending upon where. I can speak to Manhattan, but I would say and obviously technology is from year to year. It's a massive industry, so you can do anything. Let's take a development role. You could probably look at anywhere from 60 to, depending upon what firm, well into the six figures.
Starting.
No, a couple of years in, six figures. 60 to 80 starting. Out of college. If you are a star, absolutely. If you know your stuff, for sure. Everybody's looking. Everybody wants to train. But yeah, I think that 60 to 70 to 80 is not out of the question for a good developer.
They're a beast knowing how to code. What are the codes? Java, Cobra one? Python. I say Cobra. Python. I knew it was some snake. Python. If they're coming out of college, boom, making stuff, can they come out right into 100? The sixes? Six figures?
They can try. Entry level, you can try. You can maybe come close, depending upon how strong you are. But yeah, I think you're up there. People with a portfolio and a background and examples and some semblance of work history and an internship sort of thing. Absolutely, they can certainly try.
Rock internship. Corey, are you taking any interns right now? Or you need any volunteers?
But volunteers would be great, but interns, no, I don't. Right now, for Bark Yours specifically, is it's a lot of social media. It's a lot of things that I'm learning on the fly, but I'm getting it done. It's a 24-hour-a-day working schedule.
Now, where are you? What market are you concentrating on first? New York. You starting with NY, your home base, of course, right?
It's all countrywide at this point. So I'm going. Social media, certain social media outlets, certain platforms. Have it. They make it a little bit easier as far as the the scope of people that you want to gravitate towards. Even down to dog people. It's nice in that way.
I'm always sticking with every future Mark Zuckerberg or every future Bill Gates, whether it's you or me, because you never got. I remember back in 2000, this little company in San Francisco called me up, called Yelp, saying, "Hey, do you want to be on our the dog trainer for Chicago?" And pay $10 a month. And I was like, it was a bad sales pitch. I was like, "No, I'm good." And they kept calling. That's when it was just strictly San Francisco, and now they're this crazy monster of we'll destroy you.
Yelp is a behemoth. They're massive.
But I remember when they started. So that's the cool thing with tech. But I think that's the thing that the unicorn and everyone is hunting down, because you just don't. No one knows what will pop, and then most apps don't even start off what they were intended to be. You look at it was for college students. Now you have to use Face. We're using it now. Zoom. No one was even thinking about Zoom even last year.
It's amazing that the twists and turns. But isn't that amazing about entrepreneurial work? Is that you never know where it leads to. There are so many places. People started companies all over the place and never realized what the failure was in order to get to that success. It's just amazing stuff.
The failure was to get to that success.
Yeah. They were in a bad mood one day, things didn't work out, and the next day they pivoted, and now there are major companies that have been the pivot.
I love that. The failure. What do you say it again?
I don't even know. I have to. I'm going to rewind. I'll rewind it.
But no, you never know when you're creating. You don't know what. Me and my podcast. Who knows where that's gonna? I never thought. My background. I'm music marketing, 100%. Actually, tech brought me into the dog industry because Ed Maxson walked into the boardroom, was at BMG Records, and said, "This digital download is a fad. It's not going to do anything to us." And I remember leaning over to my boss, Robert Red, awesome human being, and talking everything about marketing. I said, "Dude, they learn how to steal it faster." I remember saying that.
Yeah.
Literally, 4 or 5 months later from that statement, about 20 of us all got fired. And I just got married, I had 2 kids, and like I vowed to never work for anyone again. I was so pissed off. But no one saw Napster coming. No one took this little college kid, Sean. What's his name?
I'm surprised you even got that. I forgot his last name, but it's true.
Sean with an M. Sean something. Because he would come back later and then help Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
But no one took this college kid in his dorm room serious with this crude, broken down app that rocked an entire mega empire. So you never know. Same thing with you. I'm saying that this is going to blow up because the future is going to be boutique websites. I've been saying that for a while. I can't wait for the app to come out because that's going to be the next move. And we've been getting to like a lot of deep questions. I have to ask you another super important question before we get off of this podcast.
Go.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Love the show. Love your energy. Today is August 9th. Will you be part of the January 9th, 2021 show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm so pumped up, man. And on that show, I can already tell you I have big plans. I want to make that more of a techie show, and we're gonna come back and talk about bringing people of color, specifically women. I'm talking specific because there's no reason we're in the United States of America. I don't care about the pandemic. I don't care about global race wars. I don't care about the depression, any of that. With technology, there's no reason why someone should be broke. Not with tech. Tech does not allow you to be broke at all, ever.
Yeah. No, it's true. And I mean, everything is ever changing, but it's certainly getting better.
Because everyone needs it. You can't even escape it. What's your plans for the rest of the day? What are you going to be doing? What's happening in Long Island, Strong Island?
I literally have no idea. We've been out for months because of COVID. It's hard. We have a small New York City apartment, and we haven't really been home at all. We left in order to get more space. I have 2 little kids, and we're working from home, and it's a lot. So we're trying to get ourselves mentally ready to go back to our home after this whole thing hit.
What ages are your children?
Going to be 4 and a little bit past 1.
Okay, that 1-year-old for sure. I need them doing some coding. I don't want to hear about Sesame Street.
Well, I mean, kids today know, first of all, they know more about Zoom than I ever will. They know how to take pictures and do it all. So, I mean, I'm not worried about the youngest generation, but I would, to your point, love to see all young people learning how to code ASAP. I think that's important.
You got to start early. As early last night.
You got to start early.
I said, how early do you start? And I was told 5.
Yeah. At 5, they know so much already. But it's really important to understand the sort of ins and outs on how these languages work. And who knows, maybe one of them will develop a new language for technology. I mean, it's just, there's a big world. It's moving really rapidly in that direction.
Corey, you're a beast.
Coriano, thank you.
Tell them the website again.
Barkyours.com. It's BARKYOURS.com. Bark Yours.
Bark Yours. Thank you all. Thank you all for everyone that's out there listening. Please reshare this show. Thank you to Rejoice. Thank you to Love. Thank you for CJ, the whole Wolfkeeper crew, the Wolfkeeper pack, everyone that's out there. It's Sunday Fun Day. Go out there. And as I always say, there's one alpha dog, and that's you. So be true and love somebody hard. Let's go. Thank you all.
Thank you.
The Wolfkeeper. Come on. Good morning, y'all. Come on.
Am I good?
Get ready. Come on. Let's go.